Right, now we come to the review of the AMX 40. So I was thinking, okay, what's this like? So I was looking at it. Good armour, 75mm gun, so it's got quite a good gun. Very good armour. What would be very similar to it? So we've got the Matilda, which has got very good armour, a good gun, so perfect for the review. So let's call up a tank inspector and have a closer look. Right, the armour itself is very solid, especially if you angle it like this. So you're looking at a minimum of around about 90mm on tier 4 from a 40mm standard. This area here goes up to about 140, 150 if you angle properly. Auto bounce right the way through to this area, which if you're lucky it's only about 90. This slope is about 130, 90 again, 80, 90 this area. Underneath, so you need to angle. From the front, it's very tough. This area is a weak spot. There's a you saw there was a 40mm area there, which is very small, so it's a difficult target to hit. This area is only 80mm, but at tier 4, oh dear. Right, from the front, this area is very, very solid. These flattened areas, the headlights, are only 70. I know I say only, but relatively that's the weakest spot. And these vision slots are also slight weak spots. And this is about the only place that if it's facing you, you're going to get through. So this is where you want to aim, either here or these vision slots. Or if you can get around the side, shoot in. It's only 90mm, this flat area, or this between these two areas. You're looking about 65. So let's have a closer look. This area here, this midline above the skirts, as it starts to, before it starts to get too angled, underneath that bar, if you can shoot between the bar and the side skirts, you've got more chance of penetrating. This is the side, is a slight weak spot, only 60mm of armour, but you've got to be able to shoot down on it. The rear, 45mm, so this is relative, and 40 here, which is relatively thin. So if you can get round behind, this is the Achilles heel of it. So in comparison, let's have a look at the Matilda. Similar situation from the side, very, very tough. 180, these slots are only about 80, but they're small targets. 120, 120, 70 mil, but this flattened area is where you want to aim for. But the angling of this gives you approximately 120 mil. The turret itself has got about 80 at the sides. Let's look for weak spots. Flattened area here, machine gun ports, and this side there's none. So you want to shoot at this side. Hopefully you'll be lucky. But the weak areas around the side of the gun mantlet, left and right. There we go. This area here is the weakest area. It's only 80-ish equivalent. From the front, 75mm. You may be able to pen here. Through the front, this plate, 90, 100mm. It's a very solid tank. The sides, if you can get around shooting the side, only 75. I could say only, because it's huge. But yeah, these weak areas at the side, these vents, are the only real weak areas on the side. The rear, 55mm, but with the angling and sloping, 65mm. So you want to be aiming at this area here. So the vent pipes and the top of the engine bay, there, this is where you want to be aiming. It's only 20mm. And the side, if you get the side of the turret, well, you don't want to shoot there, you want to shoot here, because that's 70 odd mil. So this is where you want to shoot. So that's the quick look at the two tanks. Let's have a closer look at the stats and compare the two of them. Right, penetration. The 75mm has only got 74mm of pen, but it's a 75mm gun, so you've got that additional ability to pen armour. So yeah, but it's 74mm as opposed to the say the armour of the Matilda is actually 75mm. The damage per shot is quite hefty at 100, so it's 55 more than the Matilda. The DPM is down to 1100 instead of 1600 with the small X barrel. The caliber, so 40mm as opposed to 75mm. Right. Shell velocity is substantially down, only 600 meters a second, so you've got to lead the target, and come on, that's quite an inaccurate gun. The average kills 0.3 as opposed to the Matilda's 0.6, which I'm surprised at. I thought it would be more, because you'd hope for a good tank that it would have a kill rate of from 0.75 and up. So this is half as good as a good tank, and half as good as the Matilda, which is still just below the what I would say would be good. View range, both got 340 meters. Signal range, 360, which is okay. Give me a second, my dinner's beeping. Right, yeah, my dinner was ready, so or halfway ready, so I'm waiting for it to beep again. Right, we were looking at the damage, the kill chance of like 0.75, whether it's a good tank or not. So neither of these appear to be good, and this especially isn't. So maybe it's about how it's played. So we've got to look at that and come up with the best plan for using this tank. View range 340, the same. Signal range 360 instead of the 450. So it's down on the Brit. Camouflage is down by 1.7%. And let's have a look. Accuracy, it's down by 0.09. Yep, aim time 2.4 seconds. Ouch. So just almost 0.6 of a second more to aim with that big gun. On the move. Oh my god, look at this. It's awful. Elevation 17 degrees. It's 3 less than the Matilda, but it's still 17, which is very, very good. Gun depression 7 degrees instead of the 10 that the Matilda's got, so both okay. Gun traverse 35 as opposed to 43, so the turret turns slowly. Chassis traverse is 30 instead of 36, and hit rate is only 29%, whereas the Matilda's 34, so it's about 5% difference. So okay, so it's less accurate. Yeah, we can understand that. Win rate, you're looking 49.2% in comparison to 50.3%, so there's only about 1% in it. So it's neither here nor there. So they're very similar. Experience about 150, whereas the Matilda is about 200. The WN7 560, 620 WN8 instead of the 630 that the Matilda's got. So these are the sort of figures you want to be beating. Average time on the battle, just under 4 minutes, whereas the Matilda is 4.25 minutes. The power to weight ratio is actually up, so it's about up by 1.65 horsepower per ton, which is quite good. The forward speed, you've got to be able to use it, is 50. So it's 26 more than the 24 that the Matilda's got. So mobility-wise, if you can get up to that top speed, you can get around the battlefield more easily than the Matilda. Reversing, 20 instead of the 11 that the Matilda's got, which is really a nice thing that you've got with this tank. But the terrain resistance is actually quite bad, so it's 0.5, almost 0.5 worse. So that's around about a third, say, a third less, or a third more terrain resistance, so you can't move as fast in different terrains. So that's something to bear in mind, even though it's got that extra power to weight ratio. So we'll have to have a look at the mobility. Average mileage, it's very similar of what it can do on the battlefield to the Matilda. So yeah, another very similar comparison. Looking at the shell price and what you're making, you'll make just around about 6,000 credits a game, whereas the Matilda will make just over 7. After paying for consumables, you will make around about 1,700, whereas the Matilda is going to make almost 4.5. So yeah, the Matilda is more of a money maker. The health is actually down, so 70 less, 300 instead of 370. The modules, slightly worse. The armament rack is 125. Turret is the same. Fuel tank, 25 worse to 125. Engine, 65. Yeah, that's a little bit vulnerable at the back. The tracks are the same. The gun is tougher. So, let's have a look at the tank. What we have, we've got quite a well-armoured tank, quite a good gun, but very inaccurate. The mobility is better than the Matilda. So what you want to do is get in close, like we saw with the AMX 38. Get in close, take the hits, get the focus, and deal the damage. Just dub them in the face in a very Russian way. So that's how I'm going to start playing this. So that's what I would say that we're going to try and do. So let's see how this goes. That's my appraisal of the situation. Let's work with that. Let's close this down. Have a look. So playing it, I've got a 53% win chance with it. So that's actually higher than the Matilda. Whereas the Matilda, I've got a 54%. So they're around about the same, except I've found that the Matilda, I've had just that slightly higher win rate, as shown by the statistics in Tank Inspector. So yeah, they seem to be about right. So we've got to work out the best way of playing this to maximise the efficiency to then get through to the tier 5. Right, let's get into a game. So see what this can actually do. See if it can show how to use that armour properly. Oh, up against a couple of Panzer B2s. Oh, very nice. I've never actually, in all of the 4 years I've been playing, I've never seen that many Panzer B2s in one place, on one single team. A platoon of them. Right. Wow. Okay, 26% chance of winning. So anything that we can do, you've got Tesla on the other team. Yeah, so anything that we can actually do in this game is good.
Let's get the bad stuff out of the way right at the start, and then we can concentrate on the positives.
Oh, what are these numpties doing attacking? I was just going to defend, but they've all charged down this way. So, having a defensive action may actually be quite a good idea. Stay hidden, see what we can see. Cover the town. Angle. More. T-50, he needs help. Oh goodness, he's dead. Yeah. What shot him? Matilda. So it's not just the T-50, the Matilda there as well. Let's get in cover and force them to have to deal with us. $1,400 hit points down. Could be going better. The B2s are pushing this way.
Never underestimate the power of human stupidity. That was a good shot. He doesn't give shit, number one. I have you now, Yankee dog. Not a bad result at all.
Just deal with them one at a time. So look, they're coming through the town, one pushing the centre with a cruiser. Stay back, deal with them from range.
I've had it.
APCR.
lots of
Yeah.
XP. I want to get lots of credits. I'm not feeling very confident about this. Oh, unlucky. I'm stop.
I'm holding them up, but yeah, not. What can you do?
Okay, free damage is free damage. That's blowing off. I've had it. And on that bombshell, I
Yeah, with
bid you a fond farewell. Take
everyone
care.
hiding in the valley. Yeah, they were just well, bounced a lot of shots. 3,200 WN8. So you know you can, if you have a better team, this does what it says on the tin. You know, great armor. Get in their face, force them to deal with you. So that's what I was doing, forcing them to deal with me. The one who could have ripped the whole team apart, the Matilda and the B2, I focused on one. Just take one out at a time, one player, and then work on to the next one. But yeah, so let's have a look at the post-game stats in a minute. Right, okay, yes, we lost. So did 500 damage, no spotting. 90% hit percentage, so that was an awful lot better than you'd expect. But wait for the rescue to focus. Second on XP, damage third, 1 kill. There were a lot of players who didn't do very well, but yeah. So let's have a look. Hits received 19, 13 didn't pen, damage blocked 700, but was having to use the spamming the gold, so 29,000 loss, which could have been better, but only 26% win chance. So it was as good as you could hope to do. So yeah, we'll get into another game to try and show what this can do. But as you can see, the armor and the gun are okay. The gun's okay, but the armor is really, really good. So you need to be able to use it, get up close, and take people out that way. So let's get into another game. Let's try and show quite a good game of what you can. It's the same B2s and not even on our team again. 21%. Yeah. What can you do against a platoon like that? Do your best. That's all you can do. So we'll try and get high, head up on the around about, say, J9, push up that way, and then be able to move back as needed.
And we're kicking right off with the bad.
So get up high, use the armour most effectively. That's the thing, just don't be scared of anyone, just deal with one person at a time, sort out one tank, kill that tank, move on to the next one. Because even they were having problems penetrating, so keep it like that, make sure that they can't focus, protect the lower plate, we'll get up high, protect the lower plate, deal with them one by one, try and spot for the team. They expect to win. They probably will win, but don't make it obvious. What the? How many games did he? What an idiot, you know.
Never underestimate the power of human stupidity.
Don't let them be behind.
Look at these damage rolls.
hit me. Couldn't pen. He's trying to get away. Okay. AMX 4 to deal with it. Let's go back and help the heads, otherwise he's going to get surrounded, wouldn't it? Deal with one at a time. Even though we're 5 tanks down, deal with one enemy at a time. S36. We should penetrate him using standard. Help Tetsu. He can help us to secure the game. It's phenomenal armour and great gun.
Never underestimate the power of human stupidity.
He's going to try and go down.
Good. No, not even slightly. Starts with care, going for the big boys.
Deal with them one at a time.
Never underestimate the power of human stupidity. Load, high, explosive. I hit, but it only damages tracks. Good.
Couldn't quite get. They must have damaged the mechanisms. WN8 2700. Oh, I felt so silly then. So yeah, I should have gone to. So dealing with the B2, should have gone for APCR earlier. Penetrated in the side. Something went wrong. He must have shot me in the turret, and that was why it was slow. I think I didn't really notice, but it seemed to be turning really slowly. Or else one of my crew was dead. I wasn't sure. I couldn't get a bead on him. One shot would have taken him out, and he just derped me. So, oh well, the S35 was just spamming. They were spamming heat. So he's gone. Yeah, spamming heat, and hopefully, well, no, the team's dead. But that shows you how tough this is against those fantastic heavies, the B2s. This can still do a really good job. And yeah, that it's a better show of what it can do, but it helps if you with good teams. But like I said, it's almost purple with WN8 of 2717. So yeah, it's a good tank. So let's see what we've got experience-wise in a minute, and I want one better game, but it's this time of night. It's difficult. But no, we'll do one more game. Right, let's have a look. Okay, defeat. Yeah, 322 XP. Took a lot of damage. 5 for effect. Let's have a look. 440 damage. Damage-wise, came third. 200 XP, not good. Only 1 kill. Damage blocked, 104. So they penetrated quite a few. I'm surprised. So this special ammo we were using, we lost 10,000 and the consumables. So yeah, it was the consumables. The ammo itself wasn't too bad because mostly we were using normal. So yeah, not the best of starts, but we did okay. We took out the S35, which is nice. So let's get on to another game. I really want to show you what this can really do, but you can see with the armour that it can just take the punishment, but you need to have a better team and not a 21 or 31 or 41% win chance. 41% would be okay, but like 10, 20, 30% as we've been having isn't the best. It doesn't really help. So here we go, tier 6 game. Ouch. Maybe people are going to underestimate the tank, which may give us a chance. 56% chance. let's see what we can do. Play smart and try and use the armour. Now, this is a light, so I'm going to use it like a light and find a bush, spot from the bush. I'm going to try and get up to BC8, try and get into that nook there and be able to spot for the team, help them to take the enemy apart. So that's the plan at the moment, into the centre, so then I can come back and defend if necessary, or push onto their base and do whatever, what we need to. And automatically I'm loading...
so let's get the bad stuff
I'm going to go for
way,
HE.
right at the start, and then we can concentrate.
I'd normally go for APCR. Let's go for HE. So if we find one of the, say, the T28, the COVs or the M5, we may be able to track it, hold it in position, and do your damage that way. To like put them in a position where they're out of position. Hellcat hiding behind me. Oh, poor thing. Yeah, he's just realised just how slow this is. So yeah, I'm not going to stop till I get to that cleft in the rocks. So, oh, I just realised it's the consumables we've been using. It's the coffee.
Never underestimate the power of human stupidity. Pathetic. No merge yet again. No.
Oh, nice. Let's get that out of the way, otherwise Artie will have us. Okay, even I wasn't able to slow him down enough. A couple of HE shots weren't the best. So I'm going to go for standard. So, you know, as it's ages since I'd played this, it's reworking out the best way of doing it. So, yeah, let's go to standard. 75mm. Let's go with it. They're pushing down the centre. Let's go and help this way. Otherwise, we've just got one Churchy holding them off, and he needs help. Covenanter. Our guys are pushing around the corner at A8. Let's come this way, come and help him. Get them in a crossfire. KV2.
Never underestimate the power of human stupidity.
Oh, so close.
That was incredibly lucky. Oh, unlucky. Look at these damage rolls. That was incredibly lucky.
Oh, God. Cromwell coming up behind. I'm going to stay this way. Oh, he really wants me. Ouch. But I'm going down. FV trying to sneak around.
Tracks take it.
Goodbye. Headshot. I'll just go around, try and come around the side of the KV2s coming in. So play it like a scout, you know, good armour. Scout, you're on tier 6 game, and it's sort of holding its own. KV2 is going to be coming this way any minute. Try and get around more behind. They're going to pull back to defend. Switch to premium. key scout for the KV2. They let them to the base. Oh dear. Switch to standard to do what's the okie dokie. It's going to be a close game. So that's a bit more of what you can do. So only WN8 of almost 2,000, but still okay in a tier 6 game. So it's going to be a close one. We may win, we may not. So let's have a look at the post-game stats after this. Wow, the M4 just played a blinder. Right, we had 430 damage ourselves, 180 spotting. So not bad. So mid-table in a tier 6 game. Let's have a look. Hits received, all but one penned. And lost 13,000, but 655 XP, which is nice. So yeah, it can still hold its own even on a tier 6 game. I'm having problems with the graphics, so I'm gonna have to stop this in a minute. So yeah, that's what you can do. So it's a nice solid tank. You've got to get up there, put yourself into those positions, force your enemy to have to deal with you. And then you'll be able to move up to the next one in the list. So let's have a look at that in the next review. But this is a nice solid tank. Just keep pushing, get close, use that gun, and just keep the pressure on. And hopefully, like this team, you'll have a good team once in a while. But it will even out. You won't always have bad teams. So this tank can make a difference, and it can switch things in your favour and help you to win more of the games. So like you can see with mine, even though it just dropped to 53%, it's still a nice solid tank. I've got 4% above the average, which is nice. So if you play it right, get in their face, troll with the armour, use that gun, dub them in the face, and win. Just do your best. Just keep it rolling. So be able to let's get down and see what was the how did it do? Okie dokie. I'm having real problems. I can't even use the mouse. Right. So yeah. So we were running around about 2,000 WN8 or just under, which was okay. But the other games were better. This didn't do a lot, but you were there to be counted and help to secure the win. So use that armour, use the gun, use that better mobility that you've got than the Matilda, and help your team to win. Find the places you can get hull down, get that frontal armour towards the enemy, ping the shots, get people shooting at you rather than shooting at the more vulnerable targets with the big guns that are going to kill them. So that's the sort of thing you need to be thinking about. So yeah, hope this is helpful, and see you on the next review.